Thank you all for being here. It is so much fun every week to be seeing you over here. But as I understand, this session is for receiving the energies. So it's not just for knowing more about the topic, but also for receiving the energies and getting your recharge. And if you don't understand something, then either you will ask for clarity, and I can point you to other videos of mine where we've discussed those topics, or even otherwise, just stay connected. All the answers will come to you as you start to tune into my energy. So many of you flow in Masti, and you've discovered, or rather you've understood, how easy it is to keep tuning in, and then again how easy it is to keep tuning out, because you will tune in to my energies, and then you will tune back into your own energies. And the whole point is to keep in your conscious awareness this recommendation to yourself, this recognition to yourself that, okay, now I'm acting from a frequency that I don't really like, or something that doesn't really serve me. So let me move to a frequency that is more different, that is filled with Masti, and I will be able to enjoy that more. So that is a job of conscious awareness. Today's session is about success and redefining success. As soon as we take birth and we become a little bit of conscious aware about ourselves, we already start to compare ourselves with others. And as that comparison starts, whether it is for love that you want from your parents, or it is better grades that you want, again, because you are seeking love from somebody or the other, from your teachers, from your friends, from your parents, as you start this game of wanting something, being something better, therein starts this game of success, that you're constantly looking to be successful, and we start to feel fearful of failure. We don't want to fail at anything. And as we go into that place of not wanting to fail, what is the energy that we are collecting? Of fear, of doubt for ourselves. And what happens in this whole circle? Remember that energy pot. Well, for all those who are new, the energy pot is something that I refer to as our energy field. And all the universe creation, the universe around me, is getting created from my energy field. If you wish to know a little bit more about how to start understanding your energy field better, you can watch the first session of this webinar series, and it's on anxiety and depression. And as you watch that, I kind of explain the energy ka ghada, the energy pot, in a lot of detail. What are we constantly filling in the energy field of ours as we look at this word success? We are looking at success in our work. We are looking at success in our home. Even if you are not working, it doesn't mean that you're kind of staying away from being successful. You create a new dish, and now it doesn't turn out so well. And as it doesn't turn out well, and it's a failure, now you're sitting with all the emotions of the failure. Oh, I can't even do this properly. Or what's wrong with me? And you start to judge yourself. Even if you make the dish well, the next time you make that dish, you want to connect to that previous time when you were so successful. And you want to go back to that moment, and you want to hold that moment at each time. So holding on to success and not flowing with whatever is coming up and enjoying the new experience only because you are fearful of failure. And what happens? Slowly, we start to fail at things, because that's how the energies play. Whatever we are holding in our energy spot, that's what's going to come up. Whether you call it success or failure, here's the important question. What did it create in you? What emotion was created in you? Sometimes we have success, and yet we want to clutch onto it, and we never want to lose it. And even while we are successful, we are playing in fear. While we are in failure, we are playing in self-doubt and judgment. But while we are successful, we are playing in fear. And when you start to collect so much fear and self-doubt together, at some point in time, whether in this life or another life, it is going to come around and manifest in your universe. So don't be shy of failure. Simply, if something is not working for you, as you look at that event that just happened, the question to ask is always the same. The question to ask is, what am I feeling? Always, whether it is success or it is failure, no matter what it is, the question to ask to connect to your emotion is, what am I feeling? And to be able to clear that. And it is so beautiful because it happens many a times that we fail in something and time goes by, and then we actually realize that, wow, it's such a great thing that we failed at that and that we didn't go ahead with that, because right now, if we would have gone ahead with that, it would be a major problem for us. And we recognize that, but a few weeks later, a few months later, hindsight 2020, in that moment when we are saying, thank God that didn't happen, what are we creating for ourselves? What we are creating in that moment is gratitude. So gratitude is in our energies now. But what happens to all those emotions that you created at that point when you were judging yourself? Now is the time to go back and clear all those energies as well. Because those energies are not getting cleared by time. Those energies are going to stay right there till you put your conscious awareness on it. So there are many tools, and of course, my go-to candle tool for everything, clear the energies. So as you sit in my frequency, tune into my frequency with those 3 or 4 lines. I'm in the energy of Meenal. I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. And once you say these 3 lines a few times, ask this question in the universe. Just simply ask this question, where all do I need to clear my energies of judgment from? When you sit with the intent that, okay, today I'm going to sit with all the places where I didn't see success, or even when I saw success, but I'm going to sit with those instances, then now with a new pair of eyes, because right now your frequency would have changed. It would be the Meenal frequency where all the answers are there. And as you receive the answers, you will find, what did you create in that moment? Oh, you created pride. Pride is perfect. Pride is not a bad thing at all. But what happens is, as you're looking at pride in yourself, are you putting somebody else down? If you are putting somebody else down, then now you are coming from separation. So the whole journey of ours is to expand our ego. I always talk about that ego is not a bad thing. Ego is how I express myself. Ego is this body. I can never be rid of my ego. There is no looking at destroying the ego, but ego is me right now. And as I start to expand the ego, it involves you and me together. And then what happens? Your success makes me happy instead of making me jealous. So the question I would ask, what is the emotion that I'm feeling? And the emotion will be that of love, and it will not be that of jealousy. If the emotion is of jealousy, you know where that place is that the jealousy needs to go, into the candle. So you will be looking at all those instances. Some of the answers will come to you of old instances. And sometimes just with this very simple question, that universe, tell me what all I need to clear with respect to success. Just with this very simple question, you will actually be able to even jump into some of your past lives. It happens just like that. You know, so if you don't understand what's happening or what scenario is being created, the person to talk to at that time is either Meenal. You know, you can ask me questions, you're in my frequency, the answers will come easily. Or simply talk to the universe, and the universe will give you more hints about what needs to be cleared. And now jumping on to, so this is all about success and what all you created in your energy pot with that success in mind. Now jumping in to the new definition of success. So how would I define success? The old investment banker me would define success as running after, you know, and making sure that I have victory in everything. The new me defines success as every day of mine which goes by in masti. Any day of mine that goes by in masti, I am extremely successful on that given day. If you were to define your success, okay, today was a happy day, perfectly successful. Now, if it was not a happy day, then you know what to do. Tune your energy into the frequency of Meenal. Release whatever is keeping you unhappy. If you've got worries, release that. If you've got doubts, release that. If you've got judgments, release that. And then as you do that, you will start shifting into that masti, that equanimity again. Now you would say, okay, fine, I can sit in masti the whole day, but that's not going to bring me my bread. I need to make money. I need to do this. I need to run after success because that's important for me. My business has to run. My home has to run. My children have to be provided for. Well, here's the good part, that right now, as you understand success as running after something and going and receiving it, going and getting it. As you run after that, then what's the energy that you're coming from? You're coming from a lot of energies of fear and doubt and judgments. And sometimes you're also coming from, as we talked about, you're coming from jealousy. You want to be respected by everybody. So you're coming from a lack of self-love. All of these things are playing in the underlying of the word success. Otherwise, what is success? The beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and so does success. If you failed in something, but don't really think of it as a failure, then you will actually find that the people around you will also not be treating you as a failure. But if you treat yourself as a failure, then everybody around you is receiving that energy from you, and they have to become the actor that puts the hand into that energy pot, takes out your judgments towards yourself and shows it to you. So success is the same. There is nothing called success or failure. And now when we start to come from this point that every single day where I can keep myself happy. So I tell people these days, if you can, try this out for a week. Every morning, create a list of 2 or 3 things. Those 2 or 3 things, the ones that make you happy. Now, some of those things you won't be able to do right now, but at least 1 or 2 will definitely be there. Whatever it is that makes you happy and needs the least input from another person. You can say that, okay, going for movies with my husband makes me very happy, but husband is not available. Now you've based all your happiness on them. So instead of that, just doing things that will make you happy by yourself, make a list of 2 or 3 things. Now that becomes your effort towards your success. Why success? Because guess what? We changed the definition of success, didn't we? We are now only focusing on happiness, and that's the definition of success. Now what happens? Of course, you're going to be in your work meetings or you're going to be at home, but wherever you were thinking of yourself as a failure and judging yourself, when you spent time in creating your own happiness, and now that you're a successful person in doing that, what's going to happen? Now you will be coming with the energies of a highly successful person, a person who's successful in creating joy for themselves. And as you give everything your joyful energy, guess what is it that you're going to receive from them? You're going to receive more joy. So work will happen, and you will actually find that you will start to get more success in whatever projects you are picking up. And yet, sometimes those projects that you are picking up will again not come to fruition. What is happening? Well, here's the beautiful part. The universe is not letting them happen. And at that point in time, it's very important for you to remember, what's that line? The universe is playing in my favor. As those things don't happen, the universe is definitely playing in your favor. Because guess what? With the energy pot that you're holding currently, if you were to go ahead and get this project done, then what energy is going to be created from that project? And we're like, no, I need to get this project done. I need this, I need this business. I need this client. No matter what happens, I'm going to go after this. And then, you put all your grit and determination towards getting that client. Now, I'm asking you, why that grit and determination? Because who are you fighting? If the entire universe is playing on your team, then who are you fighting? So grit and determination that go hand in hand with success, and we give so much of value to these words. And most of the times, they're all coming from lack. So we are actually tuned into lack. As we want something more, the wants and desires are purely lack. What will happen when you don't have wants and desires? Will you get stuck in a place? Will nothing good happen to you because now you don't want anything? Now you won't run after anything. Oh, well, if you think that you're going to get stuck in a place, now that's only fear and doubt. So, what is the place for fear and doubt? It's the candle. Because understand that as you flow, the universe is only going to create a bigger canvas for you. And you are going to feel successful in so many different ways and not in these limited ways that you were thinking of yourself to be. Even if you are somebody who stays at home, and the only thing that you do is you will teach your children and you will cook for the family, and now you'll be like, okay, but this topic is not really relevant for me. No, this topic is relevant for you because there are so many times you feel like a failure. You feel judging yourself and you're constantly judging yourself. And I am telling you, going through the entire, cycle of judging yourself can easily be released. Just as in success, if it's a failure, the same question to ask: what am I feeling? And all your judgments into the candle. And you will very quickly find, very, very quickly find that the same things that were giving you failures will now turn around and you will start to see more success in those areas. Really, it's only about self-judgment, doubt, and lack of love, which is underneath this whole success story. I have one more story to tell over here, and that is about the universe playing in our favor and we not listening to the universe. So there is this friend of mine, and again, a very successful gentleman, and he wanted some money, and he had this very expensive land that he was holding, and so he thought he'll sell that land. And each time he would go to sell the land, and each time the deal was almost done, what would start to happen is that things would start to go wrong. And in the first time, the person who was going to buy, their son died. In the second time, there was an accident. And the third time, the person who was going to buy himself died. The fourth time, so this continued for 4 or 5 times. And I think around, after some time, this person said, no, I need the money and I'm going to get it from here. And he didn't listen to this entire message that the universe is sending to you. So we don't listen to the message. And what is it that we do? We put in all our grit and determination behind that project. Why put in that? Spend one moment asking this question: what am I feeling? And second moment, asking this question to the universe: what is for me to learn from this failure? Because what you are feeling is failure. Oh, I found this buyer for the 5th time and I'm still not successful. So you're feeling like a failure. Understand whatever emotion you have underneath that has come up for clearing. And secondly, what you need to understand is there is a reason why the universe is not letting it happen. So if the universe is playing in your favor, you will not resist. You will watch this and you will pause. At that point in time, the answers will come to you, and the rest of it, you might find a buyer the very next day, and then the answers will flow, the transaction will flow. But if the transaction is facing resistance, if you are not finding success in your transaction, then it is because the universe is playing in your favor and you haven't recognized it. So what happened around the 7th or the 8th time, this fellow was able to complete the deal. And when he completed the deal, he found he found a business partner to do the deal with. And within a few, I think it was probably a year or two, the things went so bad that this guy went to jail. So what was happening? The universe was actually telling this guy to not go ahead with the deal. But because we are so caught up in making something a success that we don't look underneath. What happens when my only successful plan and the 1-point agenda towards success is to make myself joyous, to make myself happy? What happens then? Well, it's the simplest, right? Because now I'm not tying myself to any single transaction, to any single project, not even to what role I am playing. I'm teaching my children, and that also I can't do well. I'm not tying myself to anything. I'm simply tying myself to making myself happy and bringing joy and energies of love to myself. As I do that, I will be carrying this to every part of my life. So I'm not just, I'm not actually shrinking the canvas by saying that only one point focus. I'm growing the canvas. I can come into every dealing of mine, whether it's with my daughter or it's with my business partner. I can come into that dealing with joy, with energies of joy and love towards the self and the other. And as that happens, success falls to the wayside because you will stop holding success so much to yourself. Does that mean that we should not give our hardest to any project we are working on if we repeatedly meet with obstacles on the way? Why do you want to give your hardest if the work is already going to flow? You are already assuming that you will have to work hard. Okay, struggle is another word that is associated with success. That without struggle, you won't be successful. Let it flow easily to you. Right now, you're changing the definition of success. I'm changing the definition for you right now. I'm telling you, being joyous is your only definition. Now, when you go into that project with joy, what you're going to find with energies of joy, you will not need to struggle. Things will automatically happen. And yes, if there is an obstacle and if there is resistance, then if there is, okay, I'm sorry, this is so cute. Yeah, people are starting to write nice things. Where was I? Yeah, if there is resistance, you will stop and you will look into the resistance. Universe, what is it that you are trying to tell me? What is the universe normally trying to tell you? It's trying to tell you your energy is not right. Change your energy. That's all that the universe is trying to tell you. When it's creating obstacles, who's actually creating the obstacle? Your energy. How is it being projected through you? And so pause. Don't be in a rush to go with determination and grit and I am going to make this a success. Of course you're going to make it a success. It's 100% success rate that I'm talking about, and there is no doubt that there is going to be a failure. Because even when something happens which is not going your way, you will be able to understand that this is your, your universe. This is your energy playing out right now. I need to change this energy, and you will be able to thank the new universe, saying, okay, thank you for not doing this in the current energy space. Because in my current energy space, I will simply receive more of doubt or more lack of love. You will put in all your determination towards a project and you will take it forward, and something might work out and something might not work out. But if you change the energy, then you will receive happiness from everything and anything that you do. And even as you're putting in hard work, it'll be with a lot of joy. Sometimes we are putting in a lot of hard work while we are cursing the people. Like, oh God, this fellow makes me do this my boss makes me do everything 5 times. Or I have to do this every third day. He's back with a new request and a new project or something. And so now you're actually not going into that grit and determination with joy. We are actually just going into it with a lot of anger and frustration. So I'm telling you, keep that anger and frustration to the candle. And what you need to do for yourself is to tune into the frequency of Meenal and make yourself happy. That is your successful day. Now I'm going to do a 2-minute meditation just to make you in your subconscious mind, just to get this new point in, that we are changing the definition of what you call success. That is not success. That's a judgment. We are killing all of that, and we are making sure that you go into every single day as a successful person. Okay? So close your eyes and simply take from the frequency of Meenal this beautiful definition of success. Being in masti, being able to laugh at everything, being able to enjoy every scenario. That energy of understanding that the universe is constantly playing in my favor. No matter what the scenario looks like outside, I release my judgment towards success. I release my judgment towards failure. Om Namah Shivaya. Simply that, in the frequency of Meenal, just simply that understanding is needed to be grounded on. There is nothing else that is needed except for energies to make you joyous. And of course, no matter what you ask me, I will keep coming back to the same answer, the same two lines, candle and move into the frequency of Meenal. No matter what you ask me. But why is it that I pick up different topics each time? Because in those topics, we get lost. We don't understand what to look at. You never thought that the judgment was being created from success or failure. You were simply shying away with fear towards failure. And all of that is coming up to be released. As you finish these sessions, will you please spend some time with yourself and revisit all those areas where you've been failing or where you've had repeat patterns of not being able to deliver, and that's caused a lot of anxiety in you. Please visit those and release judgments towards yourself, and you will find that things will start to flow more and more easier. Can you also do a meditation video with the new lines that we are saying? The meditation video that is there for the tuning into the frequency of Meenal, that's perfect. There is really, these are 3 lines. What do you want me to do? You want me to say these lines for you? Okay, I will say these lines for you and you can record them right now. I drop my mind. See, so funny. That's the line that comes first. I drop my mind, and that's for you. You drop your mind. You are the energy of Meenal. You take energy from Meenal. And you are Meenal. Letting go of the separation, that's the byproduct of the mind. So for you, you drop your mind. Words like sacrifice, toiling, working hard, no longer exist in my dictionary. Wonderful, Ritu. That is so beautiful. That is so wonderful. Okay. More writes to me, Mom, I need to send energies to Sweet Bengal. Now, obviously, everybody who knows me how fond I am of sweets, and the Sweet Bengal shop is closed. So Mo is asking me to send energies to Sweet Bengal to open. As a student of science, my mind is one of my greatest instruments. I'm expected to be critical and logical at the time. But sometimes this can cause anxiety and it takes away from the joy from some of my experiences. I want to drop my mind, but I feel guilty about doing it. Then drop the guilt. Okay, so here's the thing. When I say I drop my mind, I'm not asking you to drop your brains. You know, that now, like, drop your brains and now, I don't know where I am or anything like that. See, the frequencies of the mind. So when I have that line, I drop my mind, the frequencies of the mind are the ones that create separation. The frequencies of the heart are the ones that create oneness. So I'm actually telling you, drop this frequency and tune into my frequency. Earlier, I used to tell you, I drop my mind, I'm from the heart, I'm in the heart, I'm in the frequency of Meenal. Now the 3 lines are simply this. I drop my mind. Well, again, if you are having a problem with the mind, yes, you will have to drop it. But you are making that journey from here to here. You're actually creating that awareness of releasing your anxiety, your jealousy, and then moving to the frequencies of the heart. What are the frequencies of the heart? The frequencies of the heart are joy, faith, love, surrender, everything that gives you so much of happiness and moves you forward in your soul journey. As you're a student of science, I mean, if you're a student of science, then this part should be really easy for you to understand. That you are simply tuning out of a frequency and tuning into another frequency. That's how energy operates. Energy operates in frequencies. What you call as logic is a very limited logic of the conscious mind. What you are going to start tapping into When you start to tune into the frequencies of the heart, now you are tuning into the frequencies of the universe, and you will have greater intelligence available to you, which is much larger than the limited logic that your 2% body holds, because you are not just this body. You're actually energy, and your energy is much larger than you, which is what you tend to forget. Oh, I'm a student of a science. This body is a student of science. No, you are energy. And this body is simply the experiencer of everything that you hold in your energy field. And all of the universe that's playing out for you is a result of your energy field manifesting. So take a look at your energy field. I call it the energy pot. If I start taking failures in my profession, in my stride, with the flow, then won't I get callous? And so are you scared of getting callous? Release that fear, release that guilt. As I said, when you start to tune into joy, you will be able to take failures happen to each one of us. Right now, you're beating yourself up and creating energies of judgment. Okay, that's where you want to sit. That's your choice. And what will happen? It doesn't stay restricted over there. It moves to various areas of your life, because in the energy pot, there's frequency. There's no work section and family section and home section and some other sections. There is frequencies that you tune into. So as you are going to take failures in your stride, and as you are going to stay focused on making success only on your joy front, you're changing the definition of success. You're going to be joyous. As you go into your profession with joy, you're going to find that those people are going to reflect joy at you. If you go in with judgment about how you screwed up the last 3 times, there's going to be a 4th time when somebody else is going to create more judgment in you. Why are they going to judge you that? Because in your energy pot, you are holding that judgment for yourself. So failure, that word itself, release judgment from that word failure. What is a failure? Something that didn't happen your way. Okay, it didn't happen your way, but it happened as per a plan. The plan didn't belong to you, but the energy that you're going to create from this instance belongs to you. If you are aware, you will know what you are creating for yourself. Whatever you are creating for yourself today will manifest tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, it's a very large tomorrow, because we are not just this body, we are many bodies and we take many forms. So it might not just manifest tomorrow as in by the date, but it will manifest because it's part of your energy. How can I believe that I can heal myself from a prolonged disease? I don't understand the MO. Which are to be released, the emotions, okay, which are to be released that are causing disease in my body. So you don't understand, then please sit in guidance. Just sit in guidance. And this is what I normally tell people to do. Take healing energies from me. These days when people come to me for healing, I don't give time. I simply give these exact 3 lines and say, you can actually take energy from me. You would have read Gayatri last time. She had put up this entire comment on how her body was aching and she was feeling really down and out and her whole body was suffering. And then she started to take energies from me. She called me and she said, what should I do? And I said, you listen to the frequency of Meenal video, because that will tune you into my frequencies. And then simply say these 3 lines. I take energies from Meenal. What will happen? Is it necessary that your disease will go right away? It might be and it might not be, because the disease is there for a purpose. It's here to show you, and you are telling me you don't understand the emotion which are to be released. The disease itself, what is the emotion that it is causing in you? Is it causing you pain? Is it causing you fear? You start from releasing these emotions itself. As you look at your long-term disease, first this very question: what is the emotion I carry towards the disease? Okay, I'm feeling very fearful that my old age is going to be really bad if this disease doesn't go away, or this is going to be bad, or judging, myself, I can't do this and I can't do that because of my disease. So all of these emotions, whether it is judgment or fear or doubt or anxiety, you will start to release these and you will start to tune into Meenal's energies. And soon, and again, every time you tune in, ask this question: what is it I need to understand about my disease? And at that point in time, if a memory comes to you which carries an emotion, then just look at that memory. Don't dismiss it. Oh, I was talking about disease, and why is this memory coming through? Simply look at that and release the emotion. We don't exactly know. Our energy is very vast and very complex. You know, I know I'm no way telling you that I understand the whole of it. I actually don't even understand why 50% of the time somebody takes healings from me and gets completely better in 2 minutes. You know, they have fractures which are repaired. They have, you know, other you know, they have cancers which are repaired in 2 minutes. And then I don't understand why for some people nothing happens at all. So there's obviously an energy play going on, but how to start tapping into that understanding, how to start tapping into the vast consciousness that is already available for us. Yes, you meditate, you do all of that stuff, and now with this 3 lines, you can tune into my energy. You can do everything else and do this as well. And the answers will start to come to you. Your own emotion, which you're saying, which needs to release for the disease, don't understand that. You simply need to understand, start from this point. What am I feeling about the disease itself? So for the healing itself, try my healing frequencies and go into that 10-minute audio and do it 5 times in a day. I'm not charging you. It's all for free. You can do whatever you want, and it doesn't have bad side effects. The only side effect that you will get from that and doing the candle process is that you will be, you know, people are saying, oh, cheeks are glowing and this is glowing and that is glowing. Well, that's the side effects that you will get as well. So going back once again, because the topic is success, and I want you guys to sit with ease and calm, and make this your intent, that you remember this new definition. In your conscious mind, you remember this definition, because I operate from this. So you got to remember one of those 2 things. Either you keep tuning into my energies and it will become part of your program, or you have to remind yourself that happiness is what I call as being successful. Make that list of 2 or 3 things and be successful every single day. And you will find that you will be in those old definitions of success. You will be going in over there with new energy. And guess what you will be receiving from there? New energy of joy. I'm constantly witnessing miracle. And all of these are just my, you know, having that WhatsApp group and talking to you guys is just my way of saying that you can do it too. It's tuning, and it's very, very simple. Tune into my energies. How do we view success amidst the crisis of global pandemic? I only view it in one way. For me, success has one definition, and I just described that. Success for me is making and keeping myself happy. What is happening outside? Global pandemic, no global pandemic, forget that. Even if tomorrow I'm dying, I'm going to die successfully, because I'm going to die in pure happiness. I'm not going to be dying as a victim, as a, you know, somebody in despair, somebody in helplessness. Oh my God, I could have done this, could have done that. No, I'm going to die happy. So I'm going to be very successful even in my death. As you look at the global pandemic and as you look at the crisis, what are the emotions it is causing in you? Well, guess what? Make a list of those emotions and release into the candle. When economy and lives are at stake, if your life is at stake, then look at what all you fear. Our life is always at stake. Whether I walk out of this room and I'm going to die right there and then, I don't know. So my life is always at stake. And so what? That's a life that's got to play out. What am I going to hold in my energies about this life? Joy every moment. Okay, people, thank you so much. And hope you will remember to ground this new definition of success, because otherwise you're going to go back to judging yourself And I don't want tomorrow new scenarios of judgment coming to haunt you some more. I want new scenarios of joy growing every day. And I want new scenarios of miracles playing out for you. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye-bye.